and it can be especially hard for seniors.
Luckily, our next guest helps seniors transition with Rightsizing. We're talking with Jeannine Bryant, the owner of Easy Rightsizing. How you doing?
Good morning.
You know, it is difficult. I had to move my aunt from one city into another city because she was older, unable, all by herself. So I understand this is a very big transition for older adults to help their senior parents. What has been your experience?
Absolutely. I've been involved in the downsizing process of thousands of older adults. And, you know, as you said, moving at any age is a pain in the neck. But when you are in your 7th, 8th, or 9th decade, it's even more of a challenge. You know, it's physically challenging, logistically, but also mentally and emotionally challenging as well, because they're closing the chapter on a major portion of their lives.
And they have probably a house full of stuff which are memories to them. How do you deal with letting go of those memories?
Yeah, one
challenge.
of the best ways for anyone of any age to let go of some of that excess clutter, sometimes I call it memory clutter, is to really internalize that idea that our memories are not in our stuff. Right? Our memories are in us. So we hold our memories, our stuff does not. And once we really internalize that and understand that, then letting go can become a little bit easier. Another way that letting go can be easier is if you think about how your items can bless other people in your community or in your family. One of the best things is if you have family or friends who are setting up their first home, maybe a young couple, that's a great incentive for older adults to let go of some of those things that they no longer need or use.
Yeah. And I think it is after they realize how easier it is to live with less stuff, then they go, oh,
our stuff weighs us down, doesn't it? I mean, that excess stuff, it takes a lot of energy, it takes a lot of time, and if you have excess stuff, like maybe you're paying for a storage unit, then it takes a lot of money as well. And even when you're moving, you know, the more stuff you move, the more expensive your move becomes. So that's why my advice is always, for older adults, is to keep the best and let go of the rest. Most of the time, these older adults are downsizing from a larger home to a smaller home, so they need to get rid of sometimes half or more of their items.
Right.
Yes, ma'am. And you know, you guys do such a great job really simplifying the process. Really, for folks who are really transitioning to this big next stage of their life, the #1 tip that you would give them as a whole, what would that be?
Well, keep the best, let go of the rest. That's always my mantra. But one of my tricks is to utilize the power of counting. And that means simply counting the number of objects you have in any category, whether that's coffee cups, wine glasses, pairs of pants, sweaters. It really helps you come to reality with the sheer amount of multiples you have of certain items. And then once we see that we have 75 coffee cups, we realize that we could probably get by with, I don't know, 5 or 10 coffee cups. So that's my tip for everyone, is to go into that kitchen today and count how many coffee cups you have.
Well, you've been a big help. I know a lot of people are facing that now these days. Jeannine Bryant, they're the owner of Easy Rightsizing. So if you want more information, I think you have workshops too. EasyRightsizing.com on her website. Check it out if you need some more support there. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Great tips. All righty, guys.